Alright everybody, welcome to game number, well, this last game before we head into the grand final. We're currently looking at the Sandwich Monkeys versus Morgan's Minions. They apparently, I don't know why, but apparently the game was massively delayed and therefore they start after the other semifinal. So, well, one more game for us. We have to the left side of the map here on Tomb of the Spider Queen currently. ADRD for the Sandwich Monkeys. On Zagara, we have Snow on Muradin, Sport Billy as the solo support and Tacita, Styr on Thrall, and BKB on Leoric. To the right side of the map, Happy on Tyrande for Morgan's Minions. We have Tazu on Reyna. We have Amitabha on ETC, Wildkarten on Azebo, and Rask on Johanna. And well, the game is already going strong here. So Morgan's Minions here in the semi-final, and well, this is going to be a pretty interesting battle because everybody, I guess, from this point of view, we're having the the favorite in the series still being the Sandwich Monkeys. They've been actually doing extremely solid work over the last few weeks and have been able to establish themselves pretty far up in the standings as well. Morgan's Minions, on the other hand, we had them several times already in the finals and semi-finals, not only here at the end of the Storm, but also a couple of the ESL tournaments. They play in a lot of the weekly tournaments and do pretty well there. So currently we have an opportunity for them to not only gather even more points for the standings for the end of the Storm playoffs, but at the same time also a chance that they end up in the final, where they would go up against, of course, the Russian team that we've seen in the last game. So for now, rotation happening. We have oh, there's already Leoric in a bit of trouble, but he gets it. So yeah, for now we have actually with that Nazebo play also something, of course, that is going to be adding an interesting touch to the entire setup here. Nazebo is one of the heroes that we don't really see played this often these days, and if so, then oftentimes on maps where you of course rely a lot on having some pushing power, and especially on a map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, you see that quite a lot, especially since Nazebo is going up against Zagara here at the bottom of the map, so two of the heroes that have very nice siege damage and can push that out here. In general, the setup that we're seeing right now is really focused on both sides, quite a bit on having wave clear in general. I mean, we're talking about a Zagara here. We're having potentially also then, of course, Leoric with that skeleton swing, Zagara there with great siege damage, and on the other hand, there's also, of course, Nazebo and Johanna with a Night Take spawn. It's a double tank composition that we're currently seeing on the side of the red team. We're having Morgan's Minions here with an ETC for the Mosh Pit then too. And I suppose that could mean that we will see that Ravenous Spirit on Nazebo. At least it's a chance that we have him. There's Sundering, of course, that you have to deal with on Thrall as a level 10 ability, so that makes things a little bit tricky. You could go for, well, Gary the Gargantuan if you really wanted to, but if you get that one Mosh Pit and then the Ravenous Spirit, then you can dish out so much damage. Nazebo is actually starting to be in a bit of trouble here down to the bot lane, and Zagara is doing very solid work here. With the level 4 talents, we of course see Tacita heading straight into the Leeching Plasma, and yeah, why not? I mean, he is the solo support in the team, so you kind of need to do that. Sport Billy here will also have the vision thanks to the Oracle to give them a bit more information about what's happening at those turn-in points so that they can deny the turn into the opponent. We're having for Tyrande a cooldown reduction build now with Empower on level 1. Could theoretically go into level 7 battle momentum as well to really reduce those cooldowns on Shadowstalk and on the heal itself. Nice lockdown attempt against Snow, but he jumps away in the last second. Tyrande, of course, can go stun into stun with that ETC here. One power slide is all that you need, and in this case it was extremely close, but Muradin gets away. And well, that was quite important. I mean, Muradin is of course one of those tanks that still has the chance to jump away. There's very few tanks that have such a nice escape as he does, which makes him one of the best tanks in the game. Of course, having his hit point pool doesn't hurt either. Bot lane, still Nazebo very much alone, trying to take that situation, and it is the spiders that he's aiming for. Going for the spider classes, and then later on level 16 the leaping spiders can just be super annoying, especially of course when you use them to just cancel turn-ins in the middle here at those two turn-in spots, and they can be super annoying for that in particular. Right now, with both of the teams heading into level 7, we're still seeing Zagara with a lot of damage down to the bot lane, and she's really starting to take down the structures here. Two of the towers are already gone, the entire wall has been eliminated, and the blue team on top of that gets also the first turn-in of the game. so it helps them even more to establish a dominant position here. Stun against Snow. He's about to get away there, jumps away, but gets taken apart regardless. Nice kill here now for Morgan's minions. And the Sandwich Monkeys are losing the first hero in the game. They find themselves still in a very nice situation though, since they are going to hit that level 7 talent any second now. And apparently the bot lane is what they are currently trying to push with most of their heroes. But after they burst the wave away, everybody leaves except for ADRD, who with his rapid incubation is now the perfect talent to even add a bit more lane sustain to his situation down here. He forces 3 heroes to defend against him. And now, of course, follow through for Thrall. Oh, there is Zagara, maybe in a bit of trouble. Yeah, she is going to fall for sure. Gets stunned again. There's also that zombie wall, and goodbye. Snow was a bit too late to really help her out here. So in this case, it's still a leading experience that the Sandwich Monkeys get out of all of this, even though they lost Zagara, just because they can simply push in the rest of those waves. 3 heroes were busy at the bot lane trying to get the Web Weaver down and deal with the Zagara, and now even more structures are lost, another tower falling here. But the experience lead is still pretty slim. Gitbin on level 7 for Nazebo. We're having also battle momentum, as already suggested earlier, for Tyrande for the massive amount of cooldown reduction, so she's going to have an easy time spamming out that Shadowed Stalk later, and also, of course, the heal itself. Level 7, after Leeching Plasma, Kala's Embrace is of course a no-brainer. I mean, you need to go for the talent if you're playing Tassadar as a solo support for your team. And at the same time, we have a bit of an old school build for BKB up at the top. Not going for any kind of shenanigans here with the Leoric. Nope, it's Lingering Apparition on level 7, and we're seeing in this case, the Hardened Bones on level 4. So pretty cool builds here in general. Leoric not going for any kind of these Skeleton Swing talents, Paralyzing Rage that we sometimes see. If you look, for example, at someone like Alex the Prodigy on this Leoric, you also started to adjust the level 4 talent a bit. We don't see him going for Hardened Bones in every game anymore. It's since, oh, Happy actually falling here. Tyrande taken out. And well, with that happening, we have level 9, nearly 9.5 on the side of the Sandwich Monkeys. And they're, of course, going to try to hit that level 10 a little bit faster. ADRD again at the bot lane, trying to make sure that they're not losing any of these structures. And so far, I have to say that the Sandwich Monkeys are doing an incredible job here. If they can deny the turn-in of the Morgan's minions a bit more, they should be able to deny it completely and maybe get their own coins handed in, or their own gems. So for now we have them with 22 still saved up. They have 18 turned in already, and they will get that level 10, and there we have it. So level 10 already taken, and we have actually Entomb for Leoric. Leoric not going for... Well, he is not a solo tank, so he's not going in this case for the March of the Black King, but we have Entomb, which is, by the way, one of the most popular talents in the North American scene on the hero. Very rarely do you see a March of the Black King chosen. And in this case, we could see Entomb into a force wall to completely lock a target down. There's a Maw too, but there's not really a lot of on-point damage. I mean, you have a bit of AoE damage with the Storm, of course, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what exactly Leoric can do with that Entomb. Maybe a lockdown against Tyrande, that would of course be ideal. But for now, there's Shadow Stalk, there's also Ravenous Spirit, as kind of expected. It's still going to be that battle between Thrall and Azebo, who has to use his heroic ability first, and who's going to be able to utilize his combo the best. Are we going to see that Ravenous Spirit cancelled out, or is it going to start coming in after we have the Sundering already put to some use? So it's going to be a pretty interesting back and forth between the heroes here. Bot lane pressure still happening, and there's the Entomb. Already Ravenous Spirit being used against Leoric. Leoric might actually, has to move away there, while Cutton is able to save himself with that. It was a pretty sweet move, actually. Realizing that there was no interrupt in this situation, and therefore just simply going for the Ravenous Spirit, forcing them back, and with that, putting himself into a situation where he could survive that ult that we saw from Leoric. So very well done here. Nazebo surviving for now, and of course getting that siege damage in over and over again. Top lane experience still soaked by snow, and the blue web weavers are descending again. So that's one of the main ideas when you're playing this map here, of course, that you're trying to get a couple of web weaver waves one after another to establish a leading experience and also a talent lead. And that's what we're currently seeing on the side of the Sandwich Monkeys. They're going to try and do exactly that. You still have 94 gems available for the team in red, so Morgan's minions, they need to be careful that they don't die here. Again, Entomb being used, but Stier is about to fall. Here comes a quick Sundering, and they can burst Drain away. One of the best damage dealers here on the side of the red team. Morgan's minions with the attempt to escape here. ETC, he has 50 gems. They can't lose him here. ETC is low and he is dead. Happy has to run away now too, and it looks like Tyrande might actually fall. BKB moved in, slows him down, and Styr is gonna follow that up with more damage. Oh, they don't get him. Even with that piercing bolt that they have on Mirror, then they don't get the kill. Styr eats the owl, but still, that's a lot of gems that they just lost, and they are not done yet. They go down to the bot lane for Nazeebo. He loses his life and 24 gems, and now we're seeing Morgan's minions down to 42 gems. Job well done by the Sandwich Monkeys. They have a level 13 talent now with the Grace of Air for Thrall. We're seeing also the Crushing Hope now taken for Leoric. We have Mutalisk for Zagara. We have, in this case, Thunderstrike taken and Prescience, and a very solid leading experience. It's not only that, I mean, at the same time, it's again 39 gems that we already have on the side of the Sandwich Monkeys, so that puts them pretty close to another turn in that is going to be completed. And keep in mind that one of the biggest problems that we're seeing for Morgan's minions now is actually that they find themselves in a situation where they can't really turn in again. I mean, they can't go for one of those turn-in spots unless they know about the position of their opponent and can maybe sneak it in somehow. But the problem is they can't really go for a fight without having that level 13 talent. So that gives a bit more time to the Sandwich Monkeys to just burst down a few of those waves and get into a position where they maybe get even another web weaver wave. Already with Hard Bones and Lingering Apparition, we say BKB moving away. They go for another attack here. BKB low, but not down yet. Tazo, on the other hand, is about to fall here. Looks like Reyna might actually die. Johanna is also extremely low. Gets zoned. Tyrande is already dead. Oh, Johanna barely escapes. But they got a kill against Tyrande. It's actually kind of incredible that Reyna and Johanna both survived. And they even go for boss right now. I mean, why not? The owl is down as well. Cooldown should be ready in another couple of seconds again, but by then I don't think it's going to be in time to really go for boss, even if they would move in. So as is, we're going to see the boss taken by the Sandwich Monkeys. We're going to be successful with that. And since we saw in the entire time no owl heading up to the top now, but it's a bit delayed, we also didn't see a turn-in. So even though they have still enough gems to turn in, we did not see the minions going straight for one of those turn-in spots. They couldn't sneak it in. They had the level 13 talent right now, but we could see another turn-in soon enough for the Sandwich Monkeys. They have 54 gems already. They need 60, so if they just burst down 2 more waves, then they have everything that they need to get another turn-in going here. So the boss at the top lane is being assisted right now as well. We have Overflowing Light at level 13 for Tyrande. Giant Killer for Reyna, which makes him a bit more dangerous here, of course. And also after the level 7 talent, just keep rocking now the groupies. Oh, at the top lane, wow, it's a 5 versus 4 on the same talents, and they lose Johanna. That should have never happened here. Well, that was a weird entomb. That entomb didn't hit anything. But besides that, I mean, they went through the wall. They can move back right now. They soaked experience. Oh my god, that's not... Yeah, Spot Billy, that was very, very close. But they should be able to turn in right now. They have 60 gems, and that's all that they need. It would probably be smart to move at least Tacita back first. But even in a 4 versus 5, they were able to take a hero down. So right now we have level 16 talents for them, and they have a 2-level lead. It's an incredible position for the Sandwich Monkeys. It's 6 kills against 2 against Morgan's minions here. We're seeing now after the Mutalisk, the Brood expansion taken on level 16. Stone Form, after Prescience, we have of course the Dimensional Warp for Tacita, and after Grace of Air, it's now the Tempest Fury with an imposing presence for Leoric here against those auto attack damage dealers. Like Reyna, for example, with the Giant Killer. Kind of makes a whole lot of sense. The Blue Web Weavers are coming into play again, and that's the 3rd time that we're seeing them descending. It also means, of course, that we didn't see a single Web Weaver wave yet for the red team. Not really the best sign when you're going into a game like this. We are in the semi-final, keep that in mind, so the team that actually takes it on Tomb of the Spider Queen will advance to play the Grand Final Best of 3 series. And right now it looks very much like we're going to see an attempt to go for the first keep of the game. Top keep would be one that would make a whole lot of sense, as just shown. The wall is already gone, but in the mid lane we have the same picture happening right now. They're going for the wall, the bot lane is being pressured as well by the Web Weavers. Leoric is up at the top, split from the rest of the team, but they don't really need him here at this point. It's still at level 16 talent. BKB moves in though, he was helping the Web Weavers at the top lane, bursting through another wave. Here come those stuns again. They are poking as much as they can, but here's the lockdown against 2 of the heroes already. Sundering being used now too. Where is that Ravenous Spirit? Not used yet. The stuns are out though. as long as Mariners get in. Here it is, and the kill maybe against Tesla. No, it's not happening. Tazu moves away, more hits, only Nazeebo. That's all that they needed here. And once again, Rask up at the front, but the minions are in trouble. They are already moving away. Nazeebo is really low on HP, and during all of this, we had the Web Weaver at the bot lane attacking not only the wall, but also the keep itself. One keep is gonna fall, and at the top lane, it looks very similar. The keep is extremely low, no level 16 talent yet. In the mid lane, still a bit of pressure. Bot keep is definitely gonna die here. They are moving in, and Sport Billy does only need to hit another storm. Doesn't even have to go for that. He simply uses a couple of auto attacks and finishes the job. 17 versus 15. Yeah, there comes Leoric with the hardened bones and the lingering apparition. There's absolutely no problem for him getting away from this one. Still using the Wind Fury again to speed himself up a bit and moving away. They have 33 gems now, and they can still dominate those two turn-in spots as long as they have the talent advantage. But the talent advantage is going to be gone in just a few seconds. The problem, of course, is that at any point in time, Leoric can move up to the top lane and make sure that he eliminates another keep and then still get out of it with the lingering apparition and the hardened bones. The level 16 talent now puts the Ranger talent into the hands of Tyrande. We're seeing, of course, oh, nice lockdown against ETC. Slides down, has to use that. It's off cooldown though. And Sport Billy reacts with a quick force wall. Again, 25 gems lost. Morgan's minions, they are with the back to the wall here. Even with the level 16 talents, they are struggling. They're leaving spiders on Nazeebo now, so he can start poking a bit more, and the imposing presence on Johanna. But things are looking pretty grim for the team. Looking at the hero damage, also looking a bit at the siege damage. I mean, Johanna is currently at 150,000 roughly, whereas Nazeebo is at 91,000 at this point. 26,000 damage for him. Reyna with 52,000 is doing an incredible job here with those auto attacks, and of course also with the Hyperion, whereas we're seeing Zigara pretty close still at 58,000. So Reyna really getting the damage numbers out there, but of course that doesn't really help at all. The keep at the top lane is by now gone, the keep at the bottom lane is gone as well. There's only one remaining, that's the one in the mid lane, and it's already down to half HP. It's not really a good situation for Morgan's minions, and now camps all over the map are just being taken. And ADRD and his boys, they're on 38 gems. They still need 2 more, and then they can turn in again. Actually 12 more, my bad. And they're trying to do that as we speak. As a 3-level advantage, I'll make the 2.5, I suppose. Maybe finally a turn-in completed on the side of the red team. Well, not quite yet, but let's see if they can get that in. So far they need 9 more, and then they would be good to go to at least push with the web viewers a bit, or get a bit of deep push going, because they are in so need of that. But Stier is just using the chain lightning over and over again. They're poking a little bit, and Happy delivers. The red web weavers, they are ready, they are in play, and we're already seeing now everybody starting to move back onto the lanes. In this case, well, Tomb didn't really hit anybody. We're trying to go for Reyna here. That would have been a nice catch. Doesn't really work out that way though. And Leoric, oh, that's a close call, and yeah, he gets laced. Hardened Bones is absolutely amazing, and if you have the lingering apparition, you can get out of most situations. They're really pushing as much as they can, but camps are still everywhere to be seen right now, pushing even harder. And as you can see, those web weavers, they won't be able to do any damage to the structures that we're seeing for the Sandwich Monkeys. They only will be able to just like deep push a bit and buy the team some time to fight here, but it's level 19.5 already for the Sandwich Monkeys, meaning that they are going to hit the level 20 talent very soon, and with that Storm talent they should be able to really finish what they started. We have already the first few web weavers taken down. There is none left at the bot lane anymore. The mid lane web weaver is at half HP right now. The core is going to be attacked by those 2 siege giants pretty soon. That's why we are seeing the minions rotate around and take care of those. But that turn-in didn't really do a whole lot, and that's the problem when you lose keeps at this point. It was just like a bit of a snowball move that we saw for the Sandwich Monkeys here. As long as they can really capitalize on the 20 talent, they're going to be totally fine. And for Morgan's minions, I mean, these guys have to try and somehow get closer to level 20, hit that, just save time, and then take it from there. But it's going to be an incredible difficult play. They need to win a team fight, and they need to win it against a talent lead. Not yet, but in just a few seconds. And that's, of course, very, very difficult to pull off. They're going to try though. I mean, it's 7 kills against 2 now. They have still 32 gems that they could turn in, but another turn in could possibly be the end of them if there is a turn in on this. Oh my god, the Entomb hitting again. The Storm Bolt against Sparkarten 2 and the Sundering. They're going in from the side. A triple more is being hit as Nazeebo is about to die. He dies, and now the rest of the team is also in trouble, especially Johanna, who's trying to move away here. Reina is falling, Johanna is with the back to the wall, and we have also the lockdown against Tirana, which eliminates her from the game. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it. That follow-up is going to finish the game. It's a quad kill already, and they might be able to take down ETC too. Especially, of course, with Leoric just moving in. ETC slides away, but this is, yeah, that's the force wall. There's the force wall. In this case, it's actually the force barrier, which has been chosen as a level 20 talent, and they are moving in. ETC might actually survive this, but I can tell you one thing, the core is not going to be so lucky. So yeah, double ball of the storm, ETC maybe surviving. Nope, Moshpit's Tacita. Yes, he dies, he dies. Moshpit's Tacita dies anyways, and now we have the Sandwich Monkeys in the final of the End of the Storm Euro qualifier. Congratulations. And that is it, everybody. GG and well played. The game's over, and therefore also the video for today here on KhaldorTV. We had another great Heroes of the Storm match, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Also hope that you enjoyed the commentary, of course. So thank you very much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up on YouTube. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to KhaldorTV yet, you should definitely hit that sub button as well. If you have some friends that like Heroes of the Storm, then definitely make sure that you show them the channel and also the video. There's a lot more where that came from. We're going to have like continuous content throughout the next few weeks with more Heroes of the Storm matches played, not only on the European server, but also on the North American server, in tournaments, in leagues, and more than that. So guys, once again, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope that you had some fun. It was a pleasure casting for you. And I'm going to see you next time with even more videos here on the channel. So have a great day and see you soon. Bye-bye.